Hello, everyone. Happy February. It's a short month of year, but leap year. It's very exciting, right? So I hope everybody's doing well. Just a couple quick things this month. Nothing super crazy, but we have some reminders of what we can do in ClassLink as some management stuff. We use ClassLink obviously to kind of be our home base to launch us to all the different things that we have. And sometimes it can get cluttered with just all the apps and things. So I have some reminders in terms of how you can manage that, some app organization and all that. And then if you're a classroom teacher with rostered classes, we're going to remind everybody about a My Classes teacher console feature that's in there as well. So some really interesting things that we can get just from a click away within our ClassLink LaunchPads. So there's will be a nice reminder for you all there. So we'll have that be a nice preview and review for us. And that's coming up right now. So ClassLink's a resource I think we're all familiar with as we use not only to launch a lot of our curriculum apps, but also be a one-stop shop to get to a lot of our single sign-on things and have our class rosters automatically pass through. Just this past week, they gave us an interface update. So the poster of it or the look and feel of it is slightly updated, but the concept is still certainly the same, where we can get in here and access all of our curriculum resources and the different links and things that we need. The couple things I want us all to be aware of that are features that actually had existed before, but they make them a little bit more accessible in this interface update. The first is that at the top, we have the ability to go into edit mode. Because just like our app screens on our phones and things like that, the amount of apps that we see on here can get a little daunting sometimes. So just simply by going into edit mode, we have the ability to rearrange the icons on the screen. You have the ability to add folders. And so however you want to organize this flow here, you have the ability to do that. They also have some theme and app size and font style and color palette stuff if you want to get a little creative with that as well. And so this is all just from that little edit mode. As soon as you do that, it saves as you go, and so you can customize some of that as you're working through this. The next little bit of customization that is available for us is the ability to use this plus button to actually add apps as well, or add links to it. So if I click on this, what we'll see here is that they have preloaded a lot of links and resources that other school districts have used in the past, and as you know, I'm sure that not all of these we have licensing for as a district, but some of these are just simply free resources that are available. And so whether you search for things up here or click on this HPS staff one that other behavioral educators have added or asked to be added as quick links on here, these are quick ways to add other links to your LaunchPad in ClassLink. And so you can customize this view so that you can have other resources, since this is kind of our one-stop shop for many things now. If you want to add some more bookmarks or some more links to other things, we can do that. Just note that unless we have a district license or agreement with them, things like single sign-on or rostering might not be automatically available. You're kind of on your own to set some of that stuff up, but at least you can get this all in one shape and form. And of course, if you have any questions about that, you can always submit a support ticket and we'll help you out there. The other thing I'd want us all to be aware of, if you're a teacher who has a rostered class, you have this button down at the bottom called the Teacher Console. This is something that has existed before, but they make it a little bit easier to kind of click into and utilize its resources here. And what that Teacher Console does for us is it gives you an overview of your rostered class and the students that you have. And what's gets to be pretty interesting about this is that as we visit one of your classes, they have this sidebar on the left that gives us some insights into what's going on with that class. And the first thing I want to point out is this activity screen that you have. It shows a week's date range by default. And so if I go to a week that has some activity, it simply lists all of your students that are rostered from SchoolBrains. And it shows you how long they've spent navigating in and out of the ClassLink interface. And because ClassLink is the main resource that you're driving your students to, there's some interesting analytics that it can pick up automatically. So for example, if I click on one of these students here, it shows us how much time they spent on the different apps that are in here based on that time range and that day that I clicked on. And so if you have a goal for your students to say, hey, you're supposed to spend so much time in this ST Math or one of these other resources, you can kind of track that as you go and just do some of these quick analytic check-ins. And this is all just from that activity view on the left. The other thing we can do in this teacher console is if I go to the apps screen, I can see all of the apps that are available to my students or available to this particular class. And I actually have the ability to add another one as well. So if I have a specific website or a specific online resource that I want my students to have access to in ClassLink above and beyond what the district has provided, you can click this Add App, and you can either pick from our grid of things here, or you can go ahead and add your own as we saw before. And what's interesting about this is that this makes it available to your class automatically. And so again, play around with this, but if you have any questions, feel free to put in a support ticket. We can help you out from there. And the last thing I wanted to show you in this teacher console is this idea of looking a little bit deeper at your student activity. And so from this students list on the side here, you'll notice that there's a little analytics button across from each one of the students. And if you click on that, we get to kind of do a deeper dive into what is this student doing on their district device and through this ClassLink platform. And so I won't dive real deep into it, but something to play with for sure as you go through. But what I'd pay attention to at first is that there is a date and time range for all of these analytics, but then you can kind of drill a little bit deeper into various things here. So we can see how many times they logged in, just some app totals and things of that nature. If I go to app summary, I can see based on this time range how much time they spent overall in the different applications that they access from ClassLink. So some super interesting stuff as we go through this here, even the ability to kind of change the graphs to show some trends and things as well. So this is on a per student basis that we got to just by going to our teacher console, opening up the students, and then picking a student's little info here. So if you have some scenarios where maybe some students aren't participating the way you would hope to, this can give you some hard and fast data to work with to show login history or some time in apps. All right, and we hope that review was helpful. What we're going to take a look at now is a new Google feature that's actually pretty exciting. I know a lot of us rely on Classroom day to day for digital assignments and creating content out there for our students. And they've announced something that was in a beta trial for a little while, but it's coming in the next couple weeks as a full supported feature. And what it allows you to do as teachers and as curriculum leads is to create a class and assignment template right within your Google Classroom and then share those templates out to other teachers. And so as you create a whole classwork and course sequence and assignment list, you can then make a shareable link, send that out to another teacher, and then they can pick and choose which assignments they want to bring into their own class. Awesome feature, really cool. And so here's just a little preview of what that's going to look like. You're just simply going to have a Share Classwork button within your Classwork tab. You give that link to a colleague, and then as they get that link for the class and the resources that you've had in there, they'll be able to just visit that, pull in the different assignments that they want, and then they're good to go from there. It's a great way to either onboard new staff or to make sure you have some digital assignment consistency across your department. All right, and that's all I have for this month. Again, I hope everybody's doing well. If you have any questions about any things we talked about, be sure to put in a support ticket or book a training appointment with us, and we'll see you around. Take care.